making some popcorn here. Seems that way, right? Whoop! Look at them getting stuck on there. Okay, so I haven't been playing this mod too much. Sorry, I got potato chips in my teeth. I gotta take care of that. Okay. How are you guys? Doing good? Let me get back on track. Like I was saying, I haven't played this mod in a while, but I've been watching a few videos of. I'm stuck on the gate. I've been watching a few videos of people playing it, and it's kind of exciting. Some of the things you can do. Now I haven't watched too much, like I usually do. I like coming up with ideas myself. Oh, actually, let me climb back up here and turn this off. There we go. I like one of the main reasons I don't like watching other Let's Players do a mod that I'm doing is because I do like figuring it out myself, exploring it myself. You know, don't spoil it kind of thing. And part of that is also, you know, I like basically thinking up ideas for things on my own too, like different contraptions and that kind of thing. So I don't usually watch other Let's Players, but I was the other day, yesterday, and there were some cool things, some pretty interesting ideas. Hey, how did I get that? Where can I put that? I'll just throw it over here. Some pretty interesting things. One of the things was with the windmill. And what a guy did, and this is probably a very, very common thing, and I'm just kind of dumb for not understanding it, is that they built basically a base around their mill here, their little mill place, which has lots of work to do, actually. And the water basically went and funneled into a single channel and then collected into something that we're going to make today. And this is something that I've been meaning to make for a very, very long time, but I just haven't. I thought the recipe was a lot more complicated than it actually is. And look at that. Part of what I need, I put away. So let's go and get that. Which chest? This one. Okay, we need that. And that. I think that's all. So let's see if we can figure out how to make it. Let's see. Like that. And like that. And like that. Oh, crap. What am I missing? You guys see what I'm trying to make? There's something in the middle, isn't there? What's in the middle? Oh! Why can't I think of it? Okay, hold. Cut. I'm gonna check my phone. Check my phone. It'll look up the recipe, and we will be on our way. Okay, we're back. I would never have guessed it, and I don't even have one on me, so that's probably why. We need a pressure plate. So I was almost there. I had the rest of the recipe correct. Like this. A little thing like that. And where's my pressure plate? Boom! We got ourselves a hopper. Now this thing is deceptively simple. It looks like just a box with a hole in the top. But it actually does have its own inventory. And it can be very, very, very useful. So we're going to use these today. I got to actually make a few more. So let's do that. I thought I would have... Oh, isn't this the coolest thing? A wooden button. I don't know why that impresses me so much, but yes. Yes, yes. Wooden buttons. Love them. Now where's my wood? Right here. And I need... What do I need? I've got some wood on me. Let's see. Can I make... Pressure plate. Oh, that is a cool recipe to make a pressure plate. Very wood efficient. So I need what, 6 of them ish. Let me count in my mind. We better make like 8 to be safe. Do we have 8 of these? Yeah, we do. Got more than 8. We got more than 8 of these, and now we need to go cut some oak, and we will be good to go. Make some hoppers. We're going to put them in a special place. I got to go turn this windmill on again, all the way up. I will eventually maybe situate a button. Whoop, this is where we're going. Second floor, please. Okay. Hey, what happens if you try to cut a pressure plate? I'm curious to know. Whoop! It just pops off. Okay, so gimme, gimme. Come on. This is going good. I don't need that many. How many do I have here? 16. Let's be safe. Okay. So let's go make some hoppers. And the way we will do it is we will just throw everything in. The most it'll make is 8 because of the 8 in the middle. And there we go. So now we've got our 9 hoppers with the 8 that we just made. And let's jump down here and go and see our poo farm. Ignore the sign. So I've pretty well finished this. I have 2 more wolves to put in. But I don't know if it's 1.4.5, which this now is. I updated the mod again. And now we are on, what? Better Than Wolves 4.37b. And it's a very new mod, so it has the 1.4.5 features. I don't know if it's this mod or Minecraft, but they broke my water. They just broke it. I would throw a block in, and it would just sit there at the bottom. And so I had to kind of rethink the system. And you can see that I've placed 4 blocks now in the corners, and it actually works even more efficiently than it did before. So if I throw a block down, and I'll just throw this piece of wood, look at how quickly it just skyrockets it into the middle. If you throw it right in the middle, then it slowly goes, but it'll go. But yeah, you hit it on the sides, and it just like bounces off. I love it. So the dung will fling off the wolves into these little channels and go down. So let's go see where the magic of my poo farm happens. It's down here, and this is the system that I've made up. It's not the most efficient, but it'll work for what I want for now. And the way it will work, see, these go like the dung will fall down, and then it flows into the just the middle part there. So that's all good. And oh, those are the 2 unfinished ones. So what we're gonna do, basically they all do that. They all go to the middle. And where does that go, you ask? It goes down here into this water channel. Basically it's just a descending water stream that leads us right here. Look at all of our stuff. And what we're gonna do is dig a pit right there. We're gonna shove a hopper down inside. Okay? So now, let's see what happens when... Whoops, I threw just... Can a hopper suck up another hopper? I don't know. Ooh, that is very, very slow. But it is moving, so I don't mind... Oh, crap, I picked it up. Okay, let's just throw some pieces in there. I want to be able to see, move out of my way, dirt. Look at them go down. Slowly but surely. Boy, that is slow. Hey! It's not working. How come? Oh, the wood is floating because it's a floatable block. Okay. What we're going to have to do... Let's see if this works. Yes! Okay. Oh, we are brilliant. Throw a sign. That works. So this hopper basically acts as a collection system. The blocks basically bounce off of there and into our little hopper, and we can come here and collect them all. Assuming that we've just fed all the wolves, it will be dung flinging down here, and the dung will collect inside of the hopper. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now, I'm gonna maybe devise some other type of system for this. I don't know. Is this good enough? I'm so indecisive. I don't know if this hopper will be good enough. I wanna improve this somehow. I don't know how or why I would want to, but because this seems pretty efficient, but maybe we'll leave it like this for now. It's as efficient as I can get it. So the idea will be that we feed these wolves, they do their thing, and they poo away, and it'll go down to that little hopper and collect there. So, no dung will be wasted. I think that is a really, really awesome system. So why did I make so many hoppers? Well, I've got big plans for them. I'm going to make different collection systems for the wheat and other types of processable food. Speaking of which, I think we can get more potatoes today. And while I get some potatoes, let me adjust my chair and start asking, why am I asking? Answering the Q&A. It's Q&A time. Blah, blah, blah. Fumble my tongue. The first question is from Vivian Lolavi, I think. From Singapore. Welcome. Hello. And the question is, what do you think the name... Oh, why do you think the name Larry is funny? Well, that is a good question. It's a question related to my dinosaur series. And if you haven't seen my dinosaur series, I have a dinosaur in my museum of sorts called Larry. And the reason I named it Larry was because of a viewer contest. And I thought the name Larry was hilarious for a dinosaur. Why? The only reason I think that's pretty funny is because it's such a common name, but it's not a common name that you hear very often nowadays. It just struck me as funny because it was just unexpectedly plain. I'm not being mean. I mean, that's a good thing. It was unexpected to have such a common, old-fashioned name. And I'm not saying, if your name is Larry, I'm sorry, your name is old-fashioned, but it's not, I'm not saying that to offend. You know, it's just not a name that a lot of people name their children these days. So embrace your now unique name. The reason I found it funny was just because, well, it was unique. That's all. So, good question. The next question is from Antiscapods. I think I'm pronouncing that right now. Antiscapods. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. The question reads, do you like PewDiePie on YouTube? In other words, are you a bro? Bro? No, actually, I'm not a bro. I've never really watched PewDiePie, and I'm not saying that he's bad at what he does. I really don't know. I don't have an opinion. I mean, I was always a Toby Turner fan. Toby Turner tweeted me. I'm so excited. But basically, no. I'm not. I'm not a fan of most Let's Players. Like I said, the odd time, the bigger Let's Players, I'll watch like BOO and Good Boulder Fist. I'll watch Aya's Cupquake, and like I said, I'll watch Tobuscus, and that's about it. That is literally it. I don't watch, even at that. I am subscribed, but I don't really watch. It's just something that I do because I can, and not because I want to watch, really. If that makes any sense. It probably makes no sense, but no. To answer the question, I'm sorry, but no. I mean, maybe I've watched a video or two, so I guess I can't really see why he's as popular as he is. But hey, cheers to him, right? So, next question. This is a question I really, really like. It's from my friend Gerb, and it says, they ask, how do you think the world would be if a giant pink drunk turtle in cyan slippers ruled the world? Very good question. I'd like to say to our giant pink turtle overlords that I will obey all commands. Your Highness. I don't know. That's a weird question, but I like it. Giant pink turtle that's drunk and wearing cyan slippers. Yep, good. That is normal to me. So, what would I think of the world? That is what my world is like. Now you all know. The next one is from Mark Justin, and he says, He asks, what is your favorite color and why? Have I answered that one before? I don't remember, so I'll answer it again. My favorite color is purple. Relatively girly color, yes, I know. It's a choice, though, because when I was growing up, and this is the dorkiest thing in the universe, look at all the slime I got. Slime is just so not rare anymore. Let me break the question for a second and get to the slime. That is something better than wolves. I don't like most of the changes that happen that make the game harder, but reduce the amount of slime that generate in the swamp. It's just ridiculous. Or at least make it so that the slime can't drown themselves in the water, because I'll go there just as dawn is coming up, and there will be like 3 dozen dead slime floating in the water, giving me their little slime balls. So I've just got slime for days and days and days. Oh, just crazy. Okay, but anyway, back to the question about the color. What is my favorite color and why? I'm just opening chests. I'm getting so distracted talking, but my favorite color is purple because when I was a kid, we all had to choose a Ninja Turtle. That sounds remarkably dorky, but I was 5 years old, so you know what? Give me a break, little 5-year-old me. Little cutie pie that I was. I had to pick a Ninja Turtle. I had, there were 4 of us in the class, maybe 5 of us, and 3 of my friends picked Leo and Raph and Mike, the other Ninja Turtles, and it's like, well, no, it was a mutual choosing. It was just, I picked Donatello. Why? Because he was like the geeky guy, the guy who does machines and all that kind of stuff. You know the drill. And that interested me even back then. So that's what I chose, and it kind of went with that. Like for years after my favorite color was purple, because when I was a little kid, that was just what my favorite color was. So now you know what it is and why. Now, I saved this question for last because I said that nothing is off the table, and this one definitely isn't off the table either. It was asked multiple times by the same person, so I guess they really want me to answer it. And I have to take this. This is almost, the vegetarian question was a good one because it got people thinking, it got people talking. I think that video had more comments than any other video I've ever had because of that. And I thank you guys for it. I'm kind of glad that a lot of you were actually pretty supportive in, people making decisions and, being able to think for themselves. And this question is along the same veins. Along the same vein, I mean, not veins. Multiple of them. Okay, where do I start? I'll say that what I was just saying, in that, people should be able to think for themselves. That is a key point in what I feel and why I feel it. I'll say this much. It's a very controversial question. Lives are literally lost in the world because of this question. It is that serious, and it's actually kind of unfortunate that it's that serious. That's my big opinion about it. So the question is, to not keep you all waiting, do you believe in Jesus Christ? Now, before I answer that, I gotta tell you, I am generally a free-thinking person. I've always made my own decisions in life, and I believe strongly that people should be able to do the same. I'm not going to say that people who believe aren't free thinking. That's not the idea at all. But I think that some people, a big majority of people, believe for the wrong reasons, and that's kind of what I'm going to talk about. Do I believe in Jesus Christ? My answer is no. Now, even saying that, I hesitate because it's that touchy a subject. there's a lot of hatred that comes from that question, and that is part of the reason why I say no. I don't want to live in a society where believing or not believing in something or someone can actually be the end of you, you know? That is the reason that we are now stoning you and killing your children and beating your family on the streets, and all your friends and your village is bombed, and like, now I'm not saying that that religion is like that, not at all, but some religions are, and I do lump them all together because I mean that's as a scholar in university, that's basically what we learn about is, you know, different religion, how it affects people, and why people believe. Now, if you believe in something like that, that is very good. I'm not going to say that's bad. Just because I don't believe in it, it's my choice. It's, again, all about choices in life, right? My choice is to not believe, and I want people to respect that. But if you do believe, that's a good thing, and I'll tell you why. Because some people do need it. Whether you've lost a loved one, or maybe you're just not well off, maybe you're going through a hard time, maybe it just makes you happy. Those are all very, very, very good reasons to believe in something like that, in a higher power, no matter what religion it is. And I support that fully. If it makes you happy, if it makes you a better person, then I'm 100% for it. And you should never be stopped for doing that kind of thing. But I'll make the comment now that is probably the most controversial, and I think the one that people have the hardest time accepting, and the one that they probably, if you are one of these people, you'll never admit it. Well, I can't say never, but it's going to be very hard for you to admit it. And that's, people often aren't free thinking with what they believe. Now, what I mean by that is, do you believe because that is truly what you want to believe, or what you choose to believe, or is the reason you believe because your family believes, or because that's what you were taught to believe, or because that's the only thing you know? Huh? Think about that for a second. Quite often, what I find is that people will say, you know, how dare you believe in what you believe? You know, you should believe in what I believe in. You know? And to that I question it. Why? You know, I always ask the question, why? And you should too. It's not... You shouldn't just believe because that's what people have told you to do. Right? You shouldn't believe because your parents have always believed, and your whole family believes, and that's what we believe, and so we're gonna hate everyone else in the world who doesn't believe. Well, that's defeating the purpose. You don't believe because that's just what you do. No, you dumb wolf, come back here. Oh, crap. Oh, it's very hard to get them in there sometimes. I gotta make him teleport or he will drown. Oh, I heard him. There he is. Okay. So I really don't want to mix up my words, and I'm kind of rambling here. I'm putting so many thoughts together at once because I want to make this short, but I want to make my points. Hopefully, I don't want to offend anybody, and you know that's the biggest part of it. Is there are people who believe for absolutely no reason other than the fact that their whole family believes, and that's what we believe, and how could you not? You know, that's you have to be, if you're not free thinking enough to understand why you believe, then don't even argue with me. Like I said, I support you if you believe it, but you better have a very good reason to. That's my only point. And that's the one that a lot of people don't accept. Do you go to church in the morning? You know, a lot of people do. Why do you? Do you because it makes you feel a certain way? Or do you because that's just where your parents take you? I mean, that's what you got to really decide for yourselves. Oh, crap, that guy fell in too. Maybe I'll run this way. Come on out of that hole, man. There he is. Okay, come with me. So, like I say, I don't want to offend anybody. If you believe that's a very good thing, if it makes you a better person, I support it fully. If you do it because you're prejudiced against someone, that's absolutely wrong. If you do it and don't understand why, that's the time to think about why. And if you really can't understand why, like if you really don't know why, well, maybe it's not for you. Oh, crap! Get out of the water, man! He's just regular old fish. He loves being in the water. Okay, teleport. Where is he? Teleport, man! Don't drown. Okay, we're gonna get this right. You're the last one to go in. Of course, you're gonna be the hardest one. Okay. Now, yes, this is right. This is right. Sit! Oh, perfect. Get in the hole. Oh, crap. This is the hardest one. I've never had trouble before. Get in. Okay. Perfect. Now, with all of that said, I really don't think that it should affect anybody's opinion of me, and if it does, then that's when you have to really give your head a shake. Because as serious as a religion is, it shouldn't be so serious that it causes you to hate ever. I mean, that's just, no matter what religion you belong to, that's never the point. And so you're getting it wrong. That's my point about that. You should have acceptance of other people's decisions, whether it's because they're a vegetarian and you're not, or because they're a certain religion and you're not. So, hopefully that answers the question. I know it really doesn't. I could go on for a very, very long time. I don't want to get too philosophical, and I don't really want to offend anybody, because that's not the intention of that question. I know it isn't. It was basically just a yes or no, and I could have answered it just yes or no, but I figured that rather than just say yes I believe or no I don't believe, because of the huge diverse amount of people we are in the world and the people watching, I would give my honest and true answer, especially considering what religion sometimes does to people in the world. You hear of Christian girls in certain countries. I think it was actually Egypt or Libya or something, where they were actually being not stoned or anything, but basically they had all kinds of abuse because of what they believe in. That's wrong. You know, that's so wrong. Someone being hated because they might wear a certain religious article of clothing, or because they carry a certain religious item with them, or because they praise something that you don't. That's wrong, and that's why I brought this whole thing up. Not to say, you know what, it's a bad thing and you shouldn't do it, but I want everybody to think really long and hard about what you believe in and why. The why is the most important part. And if you can't ask that, or if you're not allowed to ask that, that's really when that question is most important. So we'll leave you with that. Man, that was philosophical, wasn't it? Crap! That's not what I meant. No, it's good. It's good to talk. It's good to converse about the things that really get us going and get us thinking, because that's what makes us human, right? Ask your questions in the Twitter or on the YouTubes. I will post the links here. And we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.